What's up? So we're gonna try again, but on a different day. And this time, this is mainly on days that are there's more restaurants open. So I think that we're gonna get different results. And I'm aiming to get over 220. If I don't get over 220 for 8 hours of work, then we're gonna have to start looking into going into exploring different cities to do some deliveries in because this system isn't working too well and the volume isn't just isn't there. Maybe it's a off day the first time I did it before, but we can't just keep hoping and praying that things will turn around when it's not. So I'm gonna start testing other cities if it doesn't work out and I don't get over 220 today or for 8 hours of work. I used to blow past 220 easily. So we'll see how today goes and start planning from there if things don't turn our way. So after waiting 15 minutes of getting no orders, I finally get one order for $16.86, and it's pretty far. I mean, you're going to this downtown Seattle area where there's a lot of high rises, but that's okay because we're on hourly pay, and that means that we can kind of take our time finding parking and then finding or making our way up to the floor that they're at. So Uber Eats actually took me to the front of this building, and I had to drive around and find parking. So like I said, we're kind of open to going to these these apartment buildings that are like 30 floors up. This one's I had to go on the 31st floor, but that's okay because I mean, like I said, it's hourly, so we're kind of shifting our strategy a little bit more, and we can be more open to accepting orders that are more towards these kinds of buildings. So if you look at this is like the same thing, same building, not exact same building, but same setup. So I get another order for $15.35, and of course I gotta accept this. I mean, can't pick and choose. Basically, we're at the point where we gotta accept everything. Almost. At one point, I did get an order that was just too far, and I had to consider the time it takes to get back. So there's that consideration too. But we're switching up our strategy a little bit here and there, making sure that we can try to get enough orders to reach our goal. Otherwise, we're just gonna be sitting around doing nothing and just wasting time. The next order is for $12.70, and this restaurant right here, Sunny Teriyaki, is definitely getting a lot of orders because all the other restaurants that are usually really hot today aren't getting anything. So something to keep in mind is that as we switch up our strategy to accommodate like the hourly pay, a lot of places like Chick-fil-A, pizza places, and this one McDonald's by UW, those places are super slow, and so I'll probably get a pay bump for waiting for forever just sitting around. At least that's kind of a plus. We have to incorporate that. We're just gonna have to see how beneficial it is in contrast to losing so many orders and not having a consistent volume and just constantly just not having orders. I don't know. We just went from sitting around in a restaurant waiting to sitting around waiting for orders, and I don't know if that's worth a trade-off. But we'll see what our total comes out to be and see if that's actually worth it. So that was the lunch shift, and it did not go well. So I did about 4 orders, and then around a little before 2 o'clock, that's when all the orders stopped coming in, and I was just sitting around waiting and doing nothing. So the goal of 220 today is not looking too good. Also, I skipped out on one order. I got this order for delivering medicine, which I wasn't too sure about, so I decided not to take it. It was like $19. I didn't accept it, and I just waited until the lunch shift was over, and then I went on to go get something to eat, and then now I'm back for the dinner shift. So we're gonna have to, I don't know, get a miracle, or I'm just gonna start thinking about looking at other cities to do some delivery in and get better results than doing anything in Seattle. Because Man, these orders are not coming in. The volume's just not there, and all these places that normally get like good volume, you know it's good volume when people are ordering from fast food. So that's when you know the volume is high. But now it's just dead. There's just literally nothing. So I'm gonna take a look at what the Seattle Council is doing, and then I'm gonna also take a look at other cities and see if we get different results. Other than that, I'm just gonna do this dinner shift and see if maybe it's because I don't know, maybe I don't accept enough orders, or maybe my percentages are bad. I don't know. I'm just gonna test out this dinner shift and see how this one goes. So at the start of the dinner shift, we get this order for $12.08, and it's pretty far away. But like I said, I'm just gonna take it. So this lady's house was far away, and she didn't even come to the door. It was one of those situations where it's mean at the door, but she never came to the door. So I was standing around waiting, and of course I'm not frustrated because we're on hourly pay, and that's what we're getting. And I actually lost signal around here, and that made it complicated because it was hard to call her. But I mean, she messaged me to just drop it at the door. But I also had a double stack. But for $5, I just accept it anyway. But this is a rip off for $5. I don't even know how this is even possible that it was so low. I think Uber Eats is stacking orders and just making it the bare minimum, because I don't know if there's anything in the Seattle ordinance that says that stacked orders have to be added together rather than just adding $5 minimum. Look at this order, $27.50. This is a stacked order, and it did take a little longer than they anticipated, so I got a little pay bump. But it's a lot for a stacked order, and it was worth it. It's an equivalent of 2 orders together, as opposed to this other offer that I got right here. This is a double order, $10.84. What a freaking ripoff. I didn't accept this. But still, it was consistently like that for Uber Eats. And I think Uber Eats, what they're doing is that they said in the ordinance, it's like $5 minimum order in this. So they just stuck 2 $5 offers together, maybe a couple more cents for the gas driving. But I mean, it comes out to be the minimum. And look, a pizza place. So that means they're probably taking forever to make the meal. I was in the restaurant for a good 5-10 minutes. I don't even think they even started the order until I got there. And of course, it came out to be a little extra pay bump after I delivered this, and that's good for me. That was just terrible overall. I don't even think I made it past 200. I'm not sure. We'll recap it in the next segment. But this is not working. This hourly thing sucks, and there's no strategy to it. There's no way to improve more. You're just sitting around waiting, and the volume of orders is not cutting it. So the plan here from here on out is to take a look and see what the Seattle Council is doing. Take a look at a couple of different cities. It's just not going to work for us because we're hardworking strategy first. So that means there has to be some pathway to make more money by merit instead of just doing your job. So this is not really a gig work. It's turning into hourly work. It's not looking too good. So we're gonna need to re-strategize from here. Okay, so let's take a look at our total. So we get $58.27 for DoorDash, $28.88 for Grubhub, $69.57 for Uber Eats. That totals a little under $160, which makes it a little under $20 an hour. That is less than what I did last week. So it's not looking like things are getting better. Looks like things might be getting worse, probably hovering around this amount. There's really nothing I can do. I mean, I'm used to working on speed. The more effort, the better the strategy you have, the better results you're gonna get. But now we're on hourly pay, and there's nothing really I can do to change my results. So that's not good. Other than trying to start looking at delivering outside of Seattle. And man, the Seattle Council really messed up on this one.
I mean, even when I tried to re-strategize and I went to that pizza place, yeah, I got a little pay bump for that for sitting around waiting. But I'm sitting around waiting for orders, and it's better to stand around and wait for your food to be made or looking for parking here and there. That way, you know that you're actually making money as opposed to standing around waiting for orders that may never come. So that's it for this episode. It was not good. We're gonna re-strategize and see if we can try to get different results in the next video. All right, let me know what you guys think. What you guys think about this Seattle ordinance? If you're in Seattle, and then if you're outside of Seattle, if you're wishing that you had the same rules, I mean, yeah, let me know. Let me know what you guys think.